In the quiet village of Owelu, there lived a young shepherd named Uche. He was kind-hearted and loved his flock of goats like family. Every morning, he would take them to the green fields near the hills, singing songs as they grazed. Though he was poor, he was happy, for he had all he needed: his goats, his small hut, and the love of his mother, Mama Ejima. One afternoon, as Uche rested under a tall palm tree, he heard a strange whisper. The wind rustled through the leaves, and it seemed to call his name. Uche! Uche! He sat up, looking around. There was no one there. He shook his head, thinking it was just his imagination, but deep inside, he felt something unusual was about to happen. The next day, while leading his goats, he noticed a narrow path covered in dry leaves. He had never seen it before. His heart pounded with curiosity. Should he follow it? Taking a deep breath, he decided to see where it led. As he walked, the path became darker, the trees taller, and the air cooler. His goats hesitated, bleating softly. At the end of the path, he found a cave hidden behind a wall of vines. His hands trembled as he pulled the vines away. Inside, the cave was dark, but a golden light glowed faintly from within. Uche hesitated. Was this a place of spirits? But his feet moved forward on their own. Uche's eyes widened as he saw an ancient golden mask resting on a stone table. It shimmered like the morning sun. "Who left this here?" he whispered. Carefully, he picked it up. As soon as his fingers touched the mask, a warm feeling rushed through his body. It was as if the mask was speaking to him without words. Suddenly, a deep voice filled the cave. "You have found the treasure of the ancients." Uche gasped and looked around. There was no one. Who are you?" he asked. "I am the guardian of this mask. It holds great power, but only the pure of heart can use it," the voice said. Uche's heart raced. What kind of power did the mask have? The voice continued, "To prove your worth, you must pass a test." Uche swallowed hard. "What test?" he asked. "Go to the great river and help someone in need," the voice said. Then, the cave became silent. Uche held the mask close and hurried out. At the river, Uche saw a boy struggling in the water. He was drowning. Without thinking, Uche jumped in. He paddled with all his strength and pulled the boy to safety. The boy coughed and gasped for air. "Thank you," he cried. Uche smiled, feeling warmth in his heart. He had passed the test. That night, the mask glowed in Uche's hands. "You have shown kindness and bravery. Now, you shall see the true power of the mask," the voice spoke again. As Uche put on the mask, visions of the past filled his mind. He saw great kings, warriors, and hidden secrets of his people. One vision stood out, a map leading to a hidden kingdom. "This is your destiny, Uche. Follow the path, and you will find more than just gold. You will find the truth of your ancestors," the voice said. Uche knew he had to go. Early the next morning, Uche packed food, water, and his mask. He told Mama Ejima he was going on an important journey. Though she was worried, she blessed him. With his heart full of courage, Uche set off to follow the map. The journey was not easy. The first challenge was crossing the dark forest. Strange noises surrounded him, and glowing eyes watched from the shadows. Uche clutched the mask, whispering a prayer. Suddenly, the mask glowed, showing him the safest path. Halfway through the forest, tiny spirits appeared, laughing and dancing. "Turn back, boy. You cannot pass," they sang. Uche smiled. "I will not turn back. I must find the hidden kingdom." The spirits tested his wisdom with riddles. Using his sharp mind, he answered each one correctly, and they let him pass. Next, Uche faced the great mountain. Its peak was covered in smoke, and the ground rumbled. A wise old man warned, "Only the brave will cross this mountain." Uche climbed carefully, avoiding falling rocks. When he reached the top, he felt stronger than ever. Beyond the mountain, Uche saw a magnificent kingdom shining under the sun. "This must be it," he whispered. The golden gate stood tall, guarded by 2 warriors. "Who are you?" they asked. Uche showed them the mask, and their eyes widened in shock. Inside the kingdom, the elders gathered around Uche. One of them gasped, "This mask belonged to our lost prince." The elders told Uche that long ago, a prince disappeared, and with him, the royal mask. "You must be his descendant." Uche listened in awe as the elders told the story. His great-grandfather had once ruled this land but was betrayed. The mask had been hidden for generations, waiting for the rightful heir to find it. A wise woman touched Uche's forehead and nodded. "The spirit of the ancestors is strong in you. You are meant to restore this kingdom to its former glory." To prove he was worthy, Uche had to lead the people through a difficult time. A terrible drought had struck, and the kingdom needed water. Using the wisdom from the mask, Uche guided them to an underground river. With water flowing again, the people rejoiced. They held a great feast in Uche's honor. "You are our true king," they cheered. Uche knew he had to tell his mother the truth. He returned to Owelu and brought her to the kingdom. Mama Ejima wept with joy. With his mother by his side, Uche accepted his place as king. He promised to rule with kindness and wisdom. One night, the mask spoke again, "You have fulfilled your destiny. Use your heart to guide your people." Then, it faded into dust. Uche, once a simple shepherd, was now a great king. But he never forgot his humble beginnings. He ruled with love, just as he had cared for his goats. Years later, children in the kingdom would hear the story of the shepherd who found a treasure, not of gold, but of destiny. And so, the legend of King Uche lived on forever.